Hollywood, California, at Nerd Melt Comics in the Meltdown Theater of the meltiest comic book store where the downs are melted, Harmontown is now in session. Wow, we got a real crowd in our hands. Let's get Spencer Crittenden out here. Spencer. Holy smoke. How about the mayor of Harmontown, Mr. Dan Harmon?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Very, 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 very nice people.
This is a boisterous crowd we have here tonight.
They're supportive, and therefore they're good. It's called conditional love. All right, so I don't have a lot to talk about. Although there is one thing that I was having a conversation on Twitter that I keep realizing I never bring this up. Do you remember a long, long time ago in an episode called I Make a 5 Stars, I told that story about the guy, I got dropped off by an Uber guy, and I was like, thank you very much. And he goes, I make a 5 stars. And I was like, well, that was so weird. He's like a little Mario character. And then this happened a long time ago, but I keep on, my brain, as you get older, it just becomes a bucket with no bottom. It's just like a tube where you kind of feel things as it goes through. And you don't remember a lot. So I totally forgot that I never shared this with you guys, that I got dropped off a second time. And, hey, how you doing? You've been like a million years since you've been here.
Yeah.
Carlos Jesus. I'm not racist.
No. It's just been that long.
I'm intuitive. I'm not racist.
Carlos Jesus. Charlie Jesus is here tonight, everybody.
I am nomenclaturally racist. I was like, Carlos Jesus, what's the difference? I'll cop to that. I will not cop to what that sounded like. Like I looked at his face and was like, it's either Carlos or Jesus, right? Anyways, where was I? Oh, I got dropped off by
another Uber driver.
Yeah, by a different guy, and he said, he had his phone on like a holder. Good night, folks. Forget it. It was like, it was mounted on the dash. And so at this time I saw, and he said the same thing. He goes, I remember now, he was dropping me off at the airport, and he goes, thank you very much. I make 5 stars. And as he said it, he gave me 5 stars on his app.
Oh. So
I make a 5 stars. It wasn't like Luigi going like, I make a 5 stars. Yeah. Yippee. It was like, I make a 5 stars for you. I make a pizza. I make a sandwich. For you, I make a 5 stars. For me, you make a 5 stars. It was like a beauty. Yeah. Now it all of a sudden made sense. All right.
I had a guy last night say literally, now please give me 5 stars. Like he just said it straight up.
You gotta admire the I don't know if I should call it naivete. Like the star system. How is this working? Like you got to admire the pluck, because I of the people who actually are like, you know what? I have been told to value the stars. That is like a sub-currency, and I will. Oh my God! It's already 9/11. We didn't. No, guys. We fell back a tower last night. I don't know. It's not. Yes, you're right. No, I agree with you. It's not. It stops being funny when it stops being about the number and about the significance of whatever. Whenever it becomes anything specific, it's like gross. I would deserve it if someone stood up and said, "My dad died
an hour ago."
Wait. What were we talking about?
Make a 5 stars.
No. We were done with that. But
have we moved on?
Have we?
I think did we move on?
Well, no, you were talking about the pluck of people obsessed with...
the star
what
system.
Is that?
I don't get it. Why do I have 4.8 stars? I'll tell you why. Because obviously you can never trump capitalism. This is the problem. I agree we need a star system. We need Yelp for people. I wouldn't even kick that thing out of bed. The meow meow being saying, because what we need is a moral code. We need like a fucking like Jedi code but that so that money can just be about money. It could be like if you want a bigger car, if you want to get to work faster, if you want your shoes to be made out of licorice. I don't know a lot about luxury.
I see how you connect those dots.
Then you use this thing called money, and that's like a thing that you use as a medium of exchange. Most of those freemium games have two forms of currency. They're using it to, like, fuck you over, because if you had just had one, you could figure out how to funnel it all into one, and you could beat the whole system. Capitalism is based on one form of currency, which is the dollar. You introduce these stars, here's the problem. So these guys, they're told you're not supposed to accept tips, right? But somebody's tipping them. And that's why they keep getting out and, like, wanting to open the door. Because that's when they get the tip. Somebody's tipping them.
I use Lyft.
And that's why I have 4.8 stars.
I use Lyft, and they never get out of the car to open the thing.
I want to talk to you about Lyft. I'm just saying, we're talking in circles.
But a lot of Lyft drivers are also Uber drivers. They all have this Uber sticker in their window. They're all moonlighting.
And it's all unregulated and dangerous.
I have a question, Dan. Did you go out last night for Halloween? I know your back has been hurting you. You did a show last night with Schrab, right?
Well, I did a show last night.
Yeah.
Yes.
I went to a show, but I drove through West Hollywood, so I saw a lot of people dressed up. There were 1 million people dressed up as bananas last night. Did you guys? Is anybody else? I saw groups of bananas, like a bunch of bananas walking around. Which I go, okay, there are a bunch of bananas, but also I saw a bunch of singular bananas all night long.
I thought you were going to say cops. I was blown away, no pun intended, by how many fucking fake... All right, you know what? Fuck you, pun intended. Suck on it. Good pun. Here's some other things I intended. Community, Rick and Morty. Go fuck yourself. And that pun. 3, my trilogy.
It's your legacy.
I know. George Lucas without a cause. But no, I saw so many drunk not real cops, like fratty dudes, just like, this will be a fun costume. I was like I'm not saying you're a bad person for picking that costume. I'm just like, are you insane? Like they are shooting people for carrying towels on not Halloween. Like you are dressed as a fucking cop with a gun on your head.
But are they going with the safest costume of all time?
You think the cops are just like, oh, he's fine? Yeah. No, I mean this happened a couple Halloweens ago. There was that party and there was a fracas or something happened. The neighbors called the police. The cops came to the door. One of the guys in the party was dressed as a cop, had a gun, was like, I'll take care of this or whatever. And the cops are like, bang, boom, bang, boom, 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 boom. I don't mean to glorify it. Boom, bang, bow. The hammer, the trigger. Everybody's bigger than life. Yeah, you applaud my choice of rhyme. Now who's racist? Because I was like, I barely went out in public, and I encountered so many dudes. There was one guy that was outside the silent movie theater. I was like talking to some guys, and a window rolled down, and a guy went, "Hey guys," and I looked over, and it was like just looked like like Michael Cera dressed as a cop. Like just a young looking like guy. I was just dressed as a guy. I was like, "Hey, you're under arrest for partying. Where's the party?" And he was like,
"Was it Andy Dick?"
It was like he was just out of his mind, and he was wearing a badge that said Pee Wee Academy but even I bet he had a. I'm just saying, like, holy shit, man.
Also, I went to the Hollywood Bowl last night to see the Danny Elfman Nightmare Before Christmas thingy. Anybody go to that? Nope. It's going on right now. I think they're doing 2 nights. So get over there. And one of the things, I was pretty surprised. Yeah, you saw a lot of Jack Skellingtons and Sallys. but there was more Beetlejuices than anybody else. There was a lot of Beetlejuices at the Nightmare Before Christmas. So that was pretty funny. It's like guys that were a little like too old or not thin enough to be Jack Skellington. I used to be Jack Skellington like 5 years ago, man, but now it's like that's a hard one to pull off. He's pretty thin. He's a Skellington.
All right.
I met Danny Elfman.
Oh yeah, did you?
Yeah. The end. He was very nice.
What kind of party was it? Did you have to leave your body at the door?
I did, but the thing was. Can we get a camera on this guy? Find your cameras, Dan. Find your camera. He sang the song. He sang all the Jack Skellington parts throughout the they played the orchestra played to the movie, and Pee Wee Herman came out and Catherine O'Hara came out and Greg Proops was there, which is why I got to go, and so they all sang their bits from the movie. And at the end, he came out with a guitar on, and everybody flipped out. And he goes, "I said I would never do this. It's been 20 years since I played this to the day." And he was like, "I was never going to sing this fucking song again." And he sang "Dead Man's Party," and it got off to kind of a rocky start.
Does anyone know why he would make a promise like that?
I think it was like he's like sick of that. Man, I got the impression he was sick of playing it.
Yeah. Well,
on Halloween, at least, especially probably.
Yeah, I get sick of stuff, but I don't always go like, here I go again. I promised I'd never jerk off in this position. I swore it. You're welcome. I have returned. One knee. Edge of the bed. Lampshade.
You do you kneel on one knee?
I promised I never would. Since the 1989
when you said that you're a kneeler,
slip.
When you said that you're a kneeler when you jerk off, I always thought you were like in a very supplicant, both knees, you know.
Yeah, I am.
Hail Mary, full of grace kind of thing.
I painted myself into a corner about like how many positions can you jerk off?
Oh, okay, I got you.
And which one would you get tired of and then return?
So
to?
now I'm picturing you in a full Tebow, you know, on one knee. That takes too much time.
Yeah. That's
why you subscribe to the show, so you can see that visual comedy.
Yeah, for those of you listening to the free
$5
podcast,
buys you the worst visual of your life.
I jerk-uflected. You can figure it out. All right, so I know.
Spencer, did you dress up last night? Did you do anything for Halloween?
No. Oh, no.
Do you ever dress up for Halloween?
Not often. I don't do much.
What was the last Halloween costume that you can recall that you wore? Dear.
I don't know.
This seems like a painful place for you.
Yeah, well, it was like my whole life it's been all like, oh, I guess like no one's doing anything this Halloween. I guess I'm not going to do anything. And then I find out everyone's doing anything. But, you know, these days I'm so popular that I'm like, oh, no one invited me to anything. And then it's like 12:30 and I see there's like 5 Facebook invitations that I just never saw. And I was like, oh, I guess I was invited. This is it feels exactly the same as not having been invited.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not my fault.
If you had seen the invitations like 6 days ago, would you have tried to...
I would have been all like, oh, great, this is awesome. And then I would have been in the exact same position at 12:30 p.m. that night. They just slide right off like a duck's fat. You know when
what is the duck's fat sliding off of? Ducks? Or?
Yeah, you know when you're searing duck meat in the pan and the fat just slides right off?
Right.
Of the pan?
No, off of the duck.
Who is the duck in this metaphor?
Well, I mean, I guess I would be the duck, and then the fat would... No, my memory would be the duck, and then the fat would be the invitations sliding out of my memory and into the pan
of regret.
Disappointment, yeah.
So the flame is Halloween.
Well, I think the flame is the warmth of other people, and, you know... But it's
that's only they're only eyeing because that's sentimental sounding, it still doesn't scan.
Well, no, the warmth of other people is a catalyst that renders his fat.
Yeah. But I'm always wearing the oven mitt of detachment and fear. So this is kind of,
you know what you have to
hand.
get one of those. It's a giant over the range vent of child abuse.
The fume hood of abuse.
Yeah. It sucks everything right out of the house,
including the vapors of parental mistrust or
everything.
The
it's
stench
as if nothing's
of drug
ever
abuse.
happening in your kitchen. It's
Wow.
just like trust no one. And you'll never get hurt.
What would like if you had a spatula? What would that be? And can we?
It would be the spatula of rearranged priorities, I think.
All right, one bit.
All right.
I was high with Dino, and we came up with a bit.
These are always good.
I can't remember how it came about. It shouldn't be important, right? Small Talk Pizza. There's an idea for a pizza place. It's called Small Talk Pizza. But it's after the apocalypse, like there's these places like the only like you ever see like or read or see a boy and his dog, like kind of post-apocalypse where it's just like everything's just a wasteland and all anybody wants to do is create like a semblance of the old world, but they just have like tents where they're showing like porn movies for a piece of aluminum and like everything's just sad and everyone's sterile and just like dying of cancer and so like in that world, in that post-apocalyptic wasteland, I think like there is a chance like there could be one franchise that would be popular with everybody. It would be called Small Talk Pizza. Everyone would respect it. It would be like a place where you put all your guns down when you go in, and like while you're in there, you can't acknowledge that the apocalypse happened. You can't acknowledge that the stakes have ever been higher than the weather. Or like, I'm in Dutch with the wife, you know, and it's just that's what's for sale. The pizza's got like maggots on it, but it's just like it's called Small Talk Pizza, and it's like people are like, man, I can't wait to get to that. They're like oases in the post-apocalypse. I want to get to the next Small Talk Pizza, and then everyone just role plays, pretending that there's a different world outside the pizza place, and then eventually they don't have any more aluminum to pay, and then they get kicked out and they get shot, but and they get turned into more pizza probably in the maggot farms. I learned that from that Mad Max game, Maggot Farms. All right.
I don't want to work on maggot farms anymore.
All right, one more thing. What? Wait, I didn't get that.
It's a really awesome reference. It's way above you, man.
Okay, good.
You heard those applause. Those were smart people applauding.
It did seem like an NPR level of funny bone. A very sophisticated, vigorous clap from 8 people. Yes, no, he did paint Starry Night. This is just making fun of somebody, but it's a beloved somebody. Like I was with Dino. I was hanging out with my ex-girlfriend Io, who some people like will know. Like she's like kind of the basis for Britta from Community, and like the aspects of her that sort of like
she speaks in Yogi Berra-isms.
She gets a lot of shit wrong, but
it ends up making a weird kind of logical sense in a very wrong.
Politically,
way.
Britta is just me. Like she just wants all the rich people to burn.
Like for instance, a long time ago, she's in a band, and she said, "Hey guys, my band's playing tomorrow night. You should all come." And I said, "What time do you go on?" She goes, "Between 7:30 and 9 o'clock sharp."
Yeah, and then sometimes she'll say stuff that like actually kind of trumps the idiom. Like she was talking about somebody that lost their enthusiasm and said like, man, he's been through all these experiences and he almost got this and then it got taken away from him. It just took the sails right off his boat. Like actually, that's better.
Yeah. That's worse than the wind out of your sails.
Yeah, that's trivializing it. Wind changes,
Yeah,
like, you know.
the wind might come back. You got no sails. You're fucking doomed. Her father was like her parents are separated, and her father was like on a string of, he's kind of a senior citizen, and he's like, oh, he's just dating this girl and he's dating that girl. I mean, he's a real Don Quixote. She met Don Juan.
Yeah,
but that's,
So a couple nights, whenever we were hanging out, like I had to write it down because we found out, because we were talking about her grandma, and I was like, when I was dating her years and years and years ago, I was like, oh, I remember your grandma. We picked her up from the airport, and we, she was already starting to succumb to dementia, so she grabbed someone else's suitcase. We didn't know that until I had clipped the lock on it and pulled it open. There's a black family scuba diving in a photo, and it's like, we got to go back to LAX. And we were just talking about that story, and it was funny, and just like that grandma has passed, and then Io, who loved her grandma very much, was like. She's like, she's gone now. But and I was like, yeah, she lived for a long time. Mission accomplished. She's like, yeah, but still, I mean, yeah, good riddance, Grandma. And we were like, wait, what? And she's like, what? I love my grandma. I don't think we should joke around about her. I was like, what? No. What did you just say? You said good riddance, Grandma. She's like, yeah, I loved her. Like it's like, I hope she has a good time and wherever she
good
is.
Good riddance
it's
to bad boobies.
Good riddance. We had to explain. That's not what that means. She thought it was like good riddance is like for my homies, like good riddance. Like you've been rid of existence and.
And good on you.
It's funny because it's like yeah. Well, why wouldn't good riddance mean that? I mean, it doesn't. It's arbitrary. It's just funny that how did she avoid that? All right. My chiropractor fucked up my back. I couldn't go to the Minecraft creators Halloween party. You know what? I got it pretty bad. But
do you know anything about the Minecraft creators Halloween party?
I know it's. I mean, dude, that guy. He created Minecraft, which I've been playing for my whole life, and he lives in LA now. And he bought. I don't know how much. I don't want to scare him off if he likes his privacy or whatever. I talked to him on Twitter, so I don't want to fuck up the friendship, but. I think it's a matter of public record that when he moved to LA, he fucking outbid Jay-Z on a house. It was like, and you can look up the house and there's a YouTube video. It's like when houses get to a certain level, there's a video for the house that's like Christopher Nolan shot it. But like a crew, and it's and no shame because it's like, oh, you're paying this much money for a house. The reason you're gonna do it's like so you click on this YouTube video and it's a sports car pulls up and two women who are clearly professional escorts get out of the car like a Lamborghini and they just walk into the house, but they don't live there. They clearly do not live there. And so the insinuations are already crazy. Look like that they're just like, oh, here we are. Like that's always like, yeah. I mean, we're not saying these women come with the house, but let's face it. This house will bring these women to your door in a Lamborghini. They'll just be, their ways will tell them
Is this guy kind of is he kind of dashing figure? Like what is it?
No. He's not. He's a nerd, but he's a bazillionaire, and so but the house is just insane.
Is his money all just that one game, or does he have a bunch?
Yeah,
of
basically.
Wow.
I mean, it's like he sold because he created a game and sold a subscription to it, dealt honestly with the marketplace, and said all you have to do ever once in your life. I've put a total of $20 into Minecraft or whatever it is because you get an account and it licenses you to keep playing the game as it develops. Now it's done developing, but I still get to play the game and everyone gets to mod it, whatever. I'll do it on a different podcast.
He sold the game to Microsoft.
Right. The game is now bought by Microsoft. They're making a movie at Warner Brothers. It's like he himself can't even keep track of what's going. I tweeted him after I came out of a Warner Brothers meeting. I was like, man, do you know who's making this movie and what they're talking about? He's like, nope, I don't know. And fuck you. And I was like, I gotta go. Jay-Z's trying to get onto the compound. He's stacking $1,000 bills and trying to get Beyonce to like lift him over the gate because he wants to kiss my garage, but I won't let him.
I would just sneak in the back of one of those Lamborghinis those girls are driving.
You could definitely like easily fit an adult male in one of their cleavages. You could have just like kangarooed in there, taken a bottle of wine, and bought a normal-sized house downhill. Anyways, let's bring out our guest. My God, what an important guest we have tonight.
Is National Treasure too high flown to describe our next guest?
Yeah.
But I still feel like, we're entertainers. We work in the entertainment industry, whether we like it or not, Dan and Spencer. And I think there's a rule of entertainment that says give the people what they want.
Yes. No,
whether they think they deserve it or not, whether they actually want it or not.
No, most people want it, and I've been honest about the fact that I don't. I don't like this person. And I've known him long enough to make that decision, but there's a piece to that, like I don't like you. I don't like you. You're a bad person. You're immature and you're selfish. But then he says, no, that's you. But let's just talk to him.
Let's bring him out. William H. Macy.
Please welcome director, writer, artist, clothes horse, Holocaust denier, Rob Schrab.
Oh, shit!
The camera likes it. The camera likes it if you sit there.
What's that?
The camera likes it if you sit there. It's a better stage picture.
How you doing, Dan? Yo. Hey, everybody, I'm back. Don't get excited.
I was away for a while, and I don't always listen to the episodes.
I snuck in while you were gone.
And I got to say, I listened to that one because there was such a media sensation that
God.
and it was really
so sorry.
It was really good. I loved it.
Oh, okay, all right.
You and Spencer they should have a spinoff.
Oh man, okay. Make it happen. Make it happen.
So what's going on in the Lego movie? What are they?
Top secret.
Can't end a movie with Will Ferrell coming downstairs and going, "They're all Legos. What the fuck are you gonna do?"
Well, the sequel all takes place in reality. We have Will Ferrell is just like, something. Let's get to know each other. It's just seeing like you play with this stuff. It's like, why are we in this basement here? Let's go on a trip. And they get in the car and they're driving. Flat tire. That's like 12 minutes in, and then they walk into. They go, well, maybe there's more tires over here. This is actual dialogue that we're working with.
Are these all people that already have a we all know they love Legos or like what?
They're actually not called Legos
in this one.
No, ever.
Ever.
Lego is it. Because I got corrected, and I'm trying to remind myself not to say it. You're shaking your head.
Yeah, he's nodding.
Okay. Well, can you explain? Can you explain to the?
They are Lego. They're always.
No, they're Lego bricks.
Right.
Well, Jesus knows because he works at SpaceX, and Elon Musk doesn't like it being acknowledged that the ships are made of Legos.
Right.
Lego.
There's a hard fast rule there. You tell these people these are spaceships. You do not say.
So they're going to the forest to find another.
But you don't say Legos. It's always just a Lego.
It's just Lego.
That guy's a Lego guy.
Yeah.
Right. Not a Lego.
Or minifigure.
We don't play Legos.
Or minifig.
We play with Lego.
Right.
You play with Lego
That's
bricks.
something that they get really like, because when I was like pitching myself as the director, I was like going, I played with Legos my whole life, and they're like. And like Phil and Chris are like going, don't. They hate that.
Do Legos come from? Do they come from Scandinavia?
Legos.
Do they come from like a European country? Who makes Lego?
They're Danish.
Danish.
Yeah.
So are all the people in the room like Danish people? Or like
they're all like, whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah. No.
Right,
Well,
no.
no. There's people from Lego that work.
I like what a fanciful idea you have about the
Yeah.
Danish.
So fancy.
Yeah, they got big gloves. And they're like, they're eating croissants.
Yes, our croissants are crazy.
The croissants.
Is it true? What about this photo everyone keeps talking about?
The Loch Ness monster?
No, well,
Let me guess.
the guy that invented Legos, Hamilton
Johnson.
Lego,
Hamilton J.
like,
Legos.
shaking hands with Hitler, and they're smiling, and they're
You're making this up.
Okay, so page
trying to.
Well, that's why I
trying to
asked.
ruin my career.
That's why I asked. I
Still.
didn't know. I'm not a scientist. I hear rumors and then I just retweet them.
Okay.
So page 12, they're looking for
They're looking for tires,
more tires.
and then we dissolve. It's a time thing. And Will Ferrell's like got his shirt's been torn, and he's got his tie wrapped around his head to collect sweat, and he's chopping through the underbrush. The underbrush is all everywhere. There's underbrush
At the tire place?
here. No, they haven't found the tire place. That's where they're doing. Okay,
Okay, they're looking for
and so
something.
they got to chop through the underbrush. You know this. This is part of the story structure.
Yeah.
Underbrush, and then he turns around and he's like, "Hey, I found some tires." He turns around. The boy's gone. The boy is gone. The boy is gone.
Oh, the Lego
Yeah,
boy.
he
Was
got
it just
tired of that. He went back to the car.
Was it just
and
him
he's
and the boy?
waiting it out.
Were there more people in their party, or was it just him and the boy?
Have you seen the movie?
No.
Oh my God, no.
This is a movie that hasn't been made yet.
No, the first movie.
No, okay, so it's just him and the boy.
In the first
At
movie?
the end of the first movie, it's just him and the boy?
Yes, there's him and the boy.
Okay.
Are those the only two characters that get into the car?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all
Well,
right.
that's the only one we care about, right? Okay. Yeah.
You don't want to violate canon.
Okay. So anyway, let me back up. So he's chopping through the underbrush.
Back up.
Chopping through the underbrush, and
We
he's got
got
the
that.
tire, and he's got he's got his shirt wrapped around his pants, and girls, it's so sexy, it's so great, and he's like
Not all they
chopping
care
through the
about.
underbrush, and he goes, oh, "Hey, I found the tires," and he turns around, the boy's gone. The boy's gone. The boy got sick of doing it. He's waiting back in the car,
Okay.
and
Do we know that we cut back to the boy in the car?
yeah, we do a hard cut.
Okay.
Do a hard cut. He goes. No
Fancy.
dissolves or anything like that. There's no wipes or anything. It's just a hard
page
cut.
25?
Here's a
Page-
hard cut. It's like about 25, 26. Yeah, 25.
Oh, okay, so this is the crossing of the
Yeah.
threshold.
Anyway, the kid's screwing around, he's like, you're like humming it to him like as you do. And he
Sounds kind of Danish.
Well, it's not Danish. It's set in America. It's set in 2007, and so that'll come back. And he's going, and he's kicking his leg like you do. We did that in Milwaukee a couple times. Hits the brake of the car.
Okay.
Oh, so
Yeah.
now it's extra stops.
Yeah. No. You think that, but then it comes back, starts rolling down the hill. Starts rolling
Toggle
down the hill.
brake.
Rolling down the hill. Starts rolling down the hill.
He dislodged the brake
He
mechanism.
dislodged the brake.
The
because he
emergency
was-
brake.
Yep. Emergency brake.
Gotcha.
And
Now he's rolling that.
rolling down the hill, away from the underbrush.
Will Ferrell left his car parked on a hill?
In neutral?
Yeah. No, yeah.
Does the pop tire affect the rolling of the car down the hill?
What's that?
Does that
No.
flat tire?
It's a. You should see the shape of this hill.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be cool though if the car had both all four tires working. It would have clearly just rolled into a nice soft embankment.
Yeah, but
the one pop tire takes you down a dark, scary path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's
You
doing
can
like
keep that
that. It's
idea if you wanna
fishtailing. No, well, it's,
Okay.
it's already in the script.
I feel like he just stole it.
All right. Well, you can check the date on the document. So that's all I'm going to give you, but I think
All right.
we already know.
All right, Lego 2.
There we go.
Thanks for the scoop.
No, actually, for real, I'm talking to the BBC on Thursday.
About what?
Oh, I don't know.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, what do you...
There's a certain character that the BBC owns, and they're asking me, would it be possible
Doctor Who? You only do fancy eyebrow lifting if there's a Doctor Who character.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a crazy leak that you just leaked.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He just told us the first 26 pages of the movie.
Yeah. Do you know how sued I'm gonna get?
All right.
I'm gonna get so sued, man, but I can afford it. 'Cause, fucking money. Money's like shit to me. I just throw it out the window.
Like shit. Rob, before he had any money, used to just throw shit out the window all the time.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about crime.
Sanitation.
Yeah.
Just throwing.
What's this?
Hurling poop at people. Yeah, but now you can afford to not get poop all over your head. So you can just throw money at people.
People pay me not to do that.
That's a good racket.
Yeah.
It's a good racket.
Do something. Do something obnoxious until they go, listen, here's $5. Will you please stop throwing shit out the window? I'm mowing the lawn here.
We could arrest you, but then lawyers get
babies
involved.
are doing hopscotch and there's shit all over my lawn.
You remember that show, Real People?
Yeah, with
Skip Stevenson,
Rick
Sarah
Ocasek,
Purcell,
Fran Tarkenton,
Glenn Campbell.
So like
Gordon Lightfoot.
In the like the crack of the 80s, like we were.
Fred Willard was in it. That was the first time I saw Fred Willard.
That's true. Yeah. They would
Snubbed a little.
They would do like little human interest pieces, like this guy's lost his leg, but now he's got a plastic leg and he can still jump around. Like they would, or this guy's so Chinese fish love him, and
Classic real.
It sounds
people.
racist, but it's like that was the story.
Am I combining Fran Tarkenton? Who is in That's Incredible and who is in
Fran
Real People?
Tarkenton was in That's Incredible.
Okay,
and
yeah. Sarah
Jim
Purcell.
Davis, the creator of Garfield, and
That's Incredible had the severe edge. Like they would go, like this guy's going to lock himself in a cabinet with a Rubik's cube and he might suffocate. And that's incredible. And then Real People was like, Real People, this guy's got a flag for underwear. That's what it was. So one of the guys on Real People he lived in a lighthouse.
Skip Stevenson.
No, that was one of the hosts of the show. He didn't live in
Yes, I was agreeing with
one of the people the real people that they did the show about. A guy lived in a lighthouse, and then there was a whole segment I just remember of like they talked about like, but where do you go to the bathroom? You live all the way up on this lighthouse. Do you have to run down every time? And he goes like, well, we have a system for that. And then they showed this montage of bags full of pee sliding down a fishing line from a top window and then exploding against a tree trunk. And just like piss hitting the camera and like, I was like, what?
They put the camera close.
First of all, why is this broadcast television?
Right.
Second, because this is happening all over the place and no one's celebrating it. Second of all,
how do I join the Lighthouse Union? where do I sign up?
Second of all, drop it out the window.
Like
window,
man.
Too gross to like you want it to like get out there before it explodes.
No, you know, we had this discussion about our dogs, our pets. You know, you got to get that stuff far away from where you live. If you just drop it, you're going to be walking in that stuff. But if you throw it on the tree, it's not next to your car or the mailbox.
So this is one tree that just soaked in pee and poo?
It grows like a motherfucker, though. The limbs are all long and stuff. The other trees are all jealous, going, I want some pee, too. How come I'm not getting no pee?
How come he got all the pee?
How come he got no pee? I got no pee. He's getting all the... What did he do?
The leafy tree gets the pee.
All right. Well,
are you wearing pants? Are you wearing pants, sir? I just
it's a
looked
fair
down.
question.
You're a duffel bag.
Oh, you're for Halloween, November 1st?
That was yesterday.
Will you show people your...
That was yesterday.
Can we get him
Will you stand up here?
He looks naked, but he's
He
wearing
was
a double
dressed
bag.
like this last week.
Now show us your dick.
Take it out.
What?
I am wearing underwear.
So, I mean, that's a
Then
great
take it off.
That's an awesome costume. It's inexpensive. Also loaded with pockets. You can carry your wallet in there. You got
phone. You can take your keys. You can You can put your bag of pee in there. You can do everything. You can put a.
Did you think everybody was like this is the closest to the Harmontown Halloween show? So you thought.
Right.
You know, it'd be cool. You're probably too young. Do you have children by any chance? You're too young. If you had like a little baby, you'd make them like a fanny pack.
Just like put them in the...
Stand up again. You got kind of like a Will Forte last man thing going on here, which is kind of awesome.
Will you... How willing are you to just sit
down.
up here for the rest of the show?
Okay. There you go. Sit as close as possible to Dan because of the stage picture.
Will you slide one over? Because I have a new friend coming up. I guess that'll be my second.
What is your name, duffel bag man?
Doug.
Doug the duffel bag. Your name is like the shortened version of duffel bag.
Does Doug the duffel bag have an interesting voice?
Like you're probably what's your mild mannered work-a-day job? What do you do for when you're not a duffel bag?
I do like freelance PA work and some.
Is this the character?
No. But when you get into costume, when you take scissors and cut holes in a duffel bag and put it on, say, "Honey, I'm leaving the house."
Long day's work. I just don't want to be excess baggage for anyone.
Oh, nice. Okay, so he's got catchphrases.
Oh man,
he's got catchphrases.
Man.
Strap in. I got a lot more.
Please,
straps.
Let's hear some more, man. Do 5 minutes. Do your whole set.
I mean, actually, for those who are just listening, it does seem to me like you must have tried this with like a bigger friend. Like if Steve Agee was up here, the temptation would be for him to put his arms through, and wear you like Chewbacca in Empire. Like the straps are. Do you think that would work? Have you tried that?
He's bearing the weight of that. No.
There's nothing bad that's going to happen. Oh.
I'm flying!
Teach him the Force.
That's pretty good.
All right, Doug the duffel bag.
That's actually. This is actually a great costume because if you passed out and you.
Yeah, and you have a tall friend, you're
just
fucking
like,
ready.
oh shit, better take Doug home.
Oh, that would be amazing to just keep the tag on you that has your address and your phone number.
Drop
and
me
you can
off.
just drink until you passed out anywhere, and the cops just like pick you up and put you out. There should be a system of carousels.
Yeah, just don't go to the airport.
Go to the airport with the baggage claim.
This whole time we've been thinking the airport sucks because it's so incompatible with real life. We should be turning the whole city into the airport. If it was all that way, Wiz Khalifa could ride his hoverboard. Like there wouldn't be any. You have a TSA checkpoint outside your own front door. If you're rich, you have the like you go, hey Charlie, and he's like, any weapons, Mr. Harmon? Charlie, what do you think? Go on through. Would have been a 95% failure rate anyway. And then you just step out, and then you're in the concourse of reality in which you are free to travel the world. And you are also a bag. And so anywhere you lay down, if you just stop moving, you just slowly start moving towards like someone will pick you up. And some people could decide to take you home. All right, I haven't thought it through, but
would airlines be able to fat shame you and pay extra if you weigh a lot?
No, that's illegal.
Yeah, that would be illegal. That would they wouldn't be allowed to do that.
Well, but think
That'd
about the weight loss incentives. People love money and they love being fat, so put those two against each other. Like they don't do that enough, you know? You just go, oh, you're fat, huh? Must be nice. What do you mean? It costs a lot to be so fat. Oh yeah, it does. I should be thinner. So I can get those miles. All right. I actually did that on purpose because otherwise I would have transitioned from high octane hilarity.
Doug, are you saying that nobody... I'm assuming you wore this last night in Halloween, right?
This guy looks a lot like Justin Roiland.
Let's get him up here.
I'm sorry.
It's a cavalcade of stars.
You kept giving him my periphery, and I kept thinking Justin Roiland.
We have tall Roiland with us right now. I love it.
Well, this is. I mean, you own this. You brought up a guy that.
I
looks
didn't
like a
ask
guy.
him to come up. So, Justin. Yes.
My name's Garrett, but I do get the Justin Roiland thing a lot.
Yeah. What do they say? This is what my podcast would be like. Oh, you look like somebody I know.
Well,
What
I
did
got
they
news
say?
for you. It's what my podcast is like.
Oh, okay.
Okay. There we go.
What do they say? What did they say to you?
No, it was like-
Did they go, "Hey man, Mr. Meeseeks is a lot like Scud the Disposable Assassin. What the fuck, man?"
Yeah, no, there was like a guy. Where are you? Are you in the crowd? Somebody like came up to me and was like, "Are you Justin?" I was like, "What?" And then, yeah, it was.
And then
very-
you went, "Why?
No, I just said no. I just said no. And
Why do you ask? Try that
should I?
with him right now, and we'll just watch."
Okay. I texted that photo to Justin. Is that enough? This guy. I got somebody else. I wanna bring up.
But we're done. We're done
all
here.
right.
We're done.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
So, Doug,
But try the creepy, back of the hand stroking the arm thing, and let us know how that works out.
Doug, the duffel bag. So you wore this last night, or did you have
I did.
another thing?
I wore this last night.
any pussy?
Rob beat me to my follow-up question.
Oh, sorry.
Did you get any pussy?
Did you get any pussy? Went,
Are you saying that nobody tried to wear you as a backpack last night?
No one tried to wear me as a
That didn't
backpack.
happen?
You know.
Wow.
All right.
You're hanging out. You're hanging around with the wrong people, Doug.
I'd like to bring a special friend up to the stage that we've never met. So, Jason Pollock, are you here? I am. Okay. Are you? Do you have cold feet, or are you willing to come up? Okay, I just want to give you. Are you willing to come up here? I'd love you to. He didn't ask to come up. I'll tell you why I'm pulling him up.
Neither did I.
Come on up, Jason Pollock, and I'll explain. Hello. Nice to meet you. Jason, this is Rob. Yeah, sit there. So you guys remember my neighbor Beth Bootson, the eucalyptus tree lady, the tumor lady. Wonderful ray of light in my life at this raw time. She texted me today and said, "There's this guy. He heard, but like he's a friend of my neighbor's. He didn't know they were my neighbors. He and his mom listened to the show all the time together, and then he heard my neighbor, his friends on the podcast. Am I getting that right? Is that about the size of it?
Kind of confused. No, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, it is a little confusing, but suffice it to say, you texted Beth and Dan at one point and said, "Holy shit! I just heard you on my favorite podcast that I listened to with my mom." So the thing is,
What is that podcast?
Harmontown.
don't Schraub the guy that
Could be Daily Grindhouse.
You guys just saw live shrobbing. That's
So Beth texted me. This wasn't Jason's idea, but Beth texted me and said, like, the thing is that Jason's mom is very sick right now, and they listen to the podcast every week together. So she's very likely listening now, and or now being whenever she listens to it. I'm not going to assume she subscribes, but that you guys
only $5, lady.
yeah. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
That you guys listen to it all the time together, and she's sick right now. Where is she right now?
Salem, Oregon.
And that's where you're from.
I grew up in Montana, and she was there too. And then parents got divorced, and she went to Portland, and now it's in Salem.
And you're going to visit her regularly, and it's like she's sick. I don't even know the details. Do you want to talk about them?
Yeah, just autoimmune stuff, which kind of leads to a whole cascade of issues. So.
And how and you guys like since she's become sick have been listening to the podcast as a
Yeah,
pick me up?
I actually saw the movie first. That's how I got in the podcast, and then sent it to her, not knowing if she'd not like you don't send Harmontown to your mom. I think it's normal.
Yeah, why would anyone's mom
Yeah, I
like
don't
me,
know.
and why would anyone have this relationship with their mom?
Yeah, I think I don't know. When you're sick, it kind of forces you to just be more raw and honest about shit. And I felt that in the movie and podcast, and sent it to her, and then she flipped out, loved it. it's just become like a fun thing to talk about and share. So,
What's her name?
Renee.
Renee.
Yeah.
Hello, Renee.
Hello, Renee.
Hello, Renee.
So what was your relationship with your mom? Are you just one of these people that I can't relate to at all, that just had always a unconditional, nice, healthy partnership with your mom the whole time, or has the sickness like transformed it, as you might have implied a second ago? Or
I wouldn't say it wasn't all rosy and perfect that way, but I think she was always a good, loving mom, trying to love and fucking up and doing it good, and no crazy distance or anything like that. But yeah, just getting sick, it has definitely
everything all of a
that.
sudden is like
Yeah, and just more honest conversations and more conversations. And
who is it? What is it? Me?
It's probably you. Is there shame
So
in
sorry.
autoimmune diseases? Because I always hear people with them, they say I have an autoimmune disease. They never specify what it is. So is like there confusion, or is there overlap, or what's the deal with that? Is it just that they're all obscure and it doesn't bear mentioning?
Yeah, I feel there is kind of like a stigma of it doesn't seem to get as much sympathy as like a cancer or something that's
Right.
And I don't know why.
So
I don't know why that is.
a friend of mine has lupus. So that's an autoimmune disease, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's different than that. There's many kinds of autoimmune disorders and stuff.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
there is.
So what is that, like? Your white blood cells are just going away, or what is
I asked her to text me today, like a list of everything.
So
and it was
she's
7 deep. So.
hospitalized right now?
She's not hospitalized right now. Like 2 years ago, she was in critical care and didn't know if she'd kind of come back online. But yeah, just it's no energy. If anything, she gets a cold or anything bumps her immune system, like her reaction to it's really, really bad and severe. It takes a lot longer to recover. Just no energy.
Who is it that you talk to that tells you, like, you're talking to doctors, she's talking to doctors, and what it's all so shrouded in like vagaries. Like, are they always scratching their head and like?
Yeah, it was. There were years where, because when you talk to anybody, I feel like one of the first questions you ask is, "How are you?" And it was like a year ago. I think I just told her, like, I don't want to ask that anymore, which you feel so guilty, right? Like, especially to your parent. But yeah, just it was like every time, like, well, they think it's this, and now it might be this, and it's all kind of interconnected. So, you know, for several years now, just it's like every time we talk, there's kind of a new idea, like a new hope, a new problem. You know, it always just seems kind of.
So they're just kind of chasing like the symptoms of what's going on because the immunity is low.
Yeah,
and but they can't get to the bottom of the original cause.
Yeah.
Is there anything? Because for me, it's like I have this wall in front of me. I'm more comfortable saying things into a microphone and a podcast in front of strangers. Like, I have no relationship with my family, and when one of them gets sick, everything's gonna go lateral. I have no idea how. Erin spent our marriage warning me about that. She lost her mom at 17, and she's like, you know, she wasn't being mean about it. She's just like, you have no idea how fucked you are. Like you have no like method of dealing with this stuff, and it's gonna hit you like you're not dealing with it. Call your fucking dad at his birthday. She wasn't mean about it. She was trying to help me. Like for me, it's like it's ironically easier to talk into a microphone to strangers like than it is to talk to people. And I was just wondering, like, is there anything, knowing that your mom is listening to her favorite podcast, like,
what is your mom's favorite podcast?
Schrab.
This is her favorite one. She's not subscribed to.
Oh, okay.
It's number one.
right.
Is there anything that is easier to say when you're not standing next to her? Sharing this channel? I don't know. I thought that would
No.
Mom, there's $400,000 worth of Nazi Deutschmarks and the floorboards in the pied-à-terre.
Renee, if you're listening, what we're going to do, just to make, to send our blessings and stuff, we're going to fill Doug the duffel bag up with gifts. We're going to mail him to Salem, Oregon.
Yep.
Well, here's what I thought we really could do, because there should be an upside.
We're going to fill him up with Toblerone chocolates.
the downside with these, the medical industry, when they can't figure out what pill to prescribe and what to diagnose it as and what's going on and what to radiate and all this stuff. The downside is, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on and when do I know and all this stuff. The upside should be that uncertainty can be our friend, because within that uncertainty we can make things possible. Not to be corny, but like if we just as egomaniacs who love our own podcast and who admire this person for listening to a podcast her son listens to, we all want to be proven right. We all want to be proven that our podcast has power and that we're good people. And whether it comes to anything or not, I just want to ritualistically, for one moment, Renee, close your eyes. Open the force fields for 1 second, while the bad things aren't looking, they're napping. Open up wide, and we're gonna flood your system with good energy. Everybody right now, within the sound of my voice, Duncan Trussell couldn't be here. He'd do this better. Everybody beam, all of your fucking shitty ego-driven feelings of pride and ego and stuff, and thrust them out into space where they turn into laser beams and shoot across the sky to Renee. Because when you love yourself and want yourself to be right and want your favorite band to be the best band, all that stuff is good energy. All you have to do is just send it to somebody who needs it right now more than anybody. And so that's what I'm doing. My beam is stronger than everyone's. Renee, we are all light.
I'm so tempted to put a rap beat on and see how you deal with this.
Well, we'll do that. We'll do that in a second. But Renee,
please don't fuck Renee in a rap right now.
We want you to recognize that, yes, everyone's a beam of light, so you would think it was all kind of cohesive, but there is one strong stripe of light that represents, of course, me and my special light.
Are you claiming stronger light beams right now?
I'm kind of, when in Gremlins, you need a bad guy, there's Stripe, he's got a mohawk.
Right.
Renee knows what I'm talking about.
He was called Stripe because of the mohawk?
Well, he wasn't called Stripe because the word sounded neat.
Okay.
What?
I never connected that.
Didn't Stripe also have stripes kind of on him too? Wasn't he kind of stripy?
He would have diagonal, he was in jail, like the Hamburglar.
No, you fucking dimwits. He had a fucking stripe. I fucking hate all of you.
Why?
You're pieces of shit, and you didn't pay attention to Gremlins. Renee, you're feeling your immune system is responding positively. Oh, I told this lady to lower her defenses, and you just made me send toxins into the fucking... You assholes. Now she has gremlin hatred in her body.
Very sorry. I just was asking a question.
Anyways, God bless you, Renee. Thank you so much for having a open-minded relationship with your son, where you share in the same things. And I'm so sorry that things are going bad for you. And we are all right now in Los Angeles because, believe me, we have nothing better to do with our spirits. We're sending them all to you, and they're going in to the middle of your forehead, where there is a little tiny dent that you can't see, and it's going through your pineal gland to the base of your skull, where there's a stem that has existed since you were a flower, and it's going down and radiating throughout all of your body, and it's saving you because nobody else wants that to happen except for you and us. And no one's paid any attention to it until now, and you're not alone. And we're doing it. We did it. If it's mysterious, then it's
Renee,
solved.
right now, I'm sending you a better beam than Dan is sending right now.
No,
he's talking too much. I'm really concentrating on my beam, and you're getting.
I will admit, Renee,
that feeling you're getting right now of complete pleasure and detachment and like spiritual freedom. That's my beam.
Well, I'm not going to be a dick in Renee's unconscious. I will admit, Renee, Jeff's right. I kind of fucked up my... So I accept that, but that should be more of an example of how healing my energies are. So in a way they're better than chefs, like because they're more acquiescent, and that's the thing is like the nature has a way and a healing way, and my healing way is better than chefs, but because it's not competitive. All right, you're healed up. Put your shields back up, Renee. Put them up against the assholes and the bureaucrats and the licensed serial killers with support systems that call themselves doctors. You have been cured purely by us. Send us all your checks from now on.
Yes, make your checks payable too.
We are now tax exempt.
Yes.
No.
Harmontown shield lowerers.
Kidding about. There's good doctors. Everyone's fine. I was just kidding. I'm just being a petty asshole. When I get sick, I'll love them. They scare me. Right
Dan,
now.
would you take? Because you seem very affected, and I'm not joking about this. Like you, there's a guy, Jason here. Jason, right? Likes the show. Came on the show because you know that his mother is sick, and you are clearly, if not just impressed, almost envious of the relationship, the connection that he has with his parents, as you probably, as we all ought to be, because it's great. Would this ever make you more likely to call your mother and father once in a while, like to create that thing?
Look, I'm not the problem in that relationship.
Dan, I'm going to do something right now. Lower your force fields.
No.
Lower your force fields.
No.
I'm going to send you a beam.
No, my force fields are amazing, and no, I'm not. No.
Call your mom and dad.
My mother has my number. She has my number. She can call me whenever she wants.
But if she did, would you pick up the phone?
She doesn't. And she says, like, except to like tweet me and say, like, "But nice to hear from you once in a while. Text me, you ape." It's a cold family.
Yes, that did not go the way I thought it was going to go. I thought we were going to have a real slam dunk moment there.
This is yes. So obviously, there's no subtext here. Yes, of course, I want Renee and Jason to be rewarded for doing it right. Of course, I do. I want everybody that has. I want. Well, this is my family. I want everything that I do, every project I work on, everything. You know, there's nothing unhealthy about that. My therapist said so. You don't have to love the people that you were born, next to. It's like that would be dumb logic. Hitler's dad.
He was supposed to be super cool.
Yeah, you're right. It was Hitler's son.
Yeah.
Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whatever. Who cares? It's coincidence. It's nice when people get along with their family.
Yeah.
I feel like you're wearing the oven mitt of detachment right now, Dan.
It works.
We got a guy just like a bag up here. I love it.
I know, it's nice. Well, Jason,
it's kind of comforting to have a duffel bag on stage.
Can I ask about is Dad in the picture?
Yeah, my dad's still in Montana. Him and I get along great. That didn't happen until like 25. They're divorced. Yeah, they're divorced.
I now approve of that a lot. I mean, just because I don't want to seem like a bad person, I got divorced. So now I'm telling everyone to get divorced.
I was divorced too.
Did they?
You were divorced? Really? How long were you married?
Just over 8 months.
Wait, you just got divorced after 8 months?
Doug Duffelbag for the
you
listeners.
You pussy, I went 11.
Again, you win.
Dr. High Road.
Jason, did you have siblings?
I have one brother and one half sister.
Are you young enough for me to ask how old you are?
38.
Okay. Mm-hmm. No, you're not. You're an old geezer. What do you? Can we ask more questions about your life?
Yeah.
What do you career wise?
Advertising.
Like a writer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's did you write anything that, like you're like the idea that Snickers satisfies you? I wrote that.
Some ESPN work last year for NFL Countdown, Samsung spots, stuff like that.
How does it?
The TV people.
Schrab, why don't you have your own podcast? This is good stuff.
Yeah, I wake up every morning asking the same question.
That was a toothbrush.
Why don't
Okay.
I got a podcast?
Wake every morning.
Why don't I have a podcast? I should have a podcast.
How do you guys know the Bootsons?
I worked with Dan at Radical for
Oh, okay.
editing him.
All right.
Sounds like a cool place.
Nice restraint on that one. That was good. Doug, what do you do?
Yeah, so I do the freelance PA and acting gigs, and then I do stand up and I write
How do you
scripts
be a
and stuff, too.
freelance PA? What does that mean? Like,
I just reach out to people who are having productions, and then I'm like, "You guys need any PAs?"
okay.
I mean, that is something that
Pretty
homeless
simple.
people do as well. But that's.
Guy's wearing a bag.
But
It's not a stretch for him to have a box for a house.
is the strategy that if you wander up to a hot set and they're understaffed enough that you can get onto it, they need you because
You
there's no.
guys,
And then it's like if people.
No? Okay.
If anyone comes up to you and goes like, "Hey, can I help you, sir?" You're like, "No, you can't because you're here." And then if that doesn't happen, you just walk up to Penny Marshall's trailer, knock on the door, and she goes, "Yes," and you go like, "I could have killed you. Hire me as a PA, and this won't happen again."
Usually through Facebook and mutual friends and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, high-roaded. I don't know. I was just amused by the concept and like, let's freelance.
You just stand up, you say? Yeah?
Yeah.
What'd you say? Did you say where you're from already? Or?
I moved up from San Diego a little over a year ago.
Good for you.
Ah.
Yep. Had to.
Rob, you have follow-up San Diego questions?
No, I know where it is.
Like,
South.
your question would have been, where's San Diego?
Jason, what's the coolest thing your mom ever did?
The coolest thing, oh man.
We can edit out the pause if it takes a really long time for you to. My mom bought me a typewriter when I was like, 9.
Was it a little typewriter? Put your little finger with it, a baby typewriter.
I can't hear you right now because I'm like I don't have enough toxins in my body to process the organs necessary to perceive you.
Little typewriter.
I don't even know
Little
what's next to me.
letters.
It's like a ghost.
Have the full alphabet?
Was it like the mini Crayola only has like 7 colors in it?
Yeah.
Like, just give them the vowels.
Just the primaries.
Yeah, yes. One key just said goo and one said ga.
Yeah.
You got anything, Jason? Like you're,
This is so cheesy and sweet to ridiculous point. When I was little, I
you
had
mean
a really
podcast
bad,
dynamite?
Yeah.
Oh no!
When I was little, I had asthma. I had a really bad attack. Was hospitalized, and I saw a little stuffed tiger on the way into the hospital, and just like little kids do, was obsessed and had to have that, or the world would end. And she didn't have enough money to get it for me, and then ended up somehow the nurses knew, and like everyone kind of came together, and she was able to get it for me. So now that I say that out loud, it sounds like this is the nicest thing the nurses ever done. I hadn't thought that one through all the way.
But behind every
Sweet at the
great
time.
nursing staff is probably a mom like going, "Come on, let's snap on this," and they're going, "What do you mean snap on this? That's not an expression." Well, the God is an unreliable narrator. He's drunk. Ooh.
That's very sweet. I like that a lot. So did you, when you got the tiger, did you freak out? Are you very happy?
Yeah, super happy.
But did you know right away that she had gone through those lengths to get it for you, or did you find
Yeah,
out
I
later?
found out later.
That's great.
Do you still have the tiger?
I did. I put it in a box today because I'm
That's
moving.
awesome. That's great.
What did your mom tell you about when you what are you going to be when you grow up? Like, did she ever have a talk with you about when you're supposed to pick your career?
If you were going to be a bird or a bee.
Because I remember my mom saying, "You can be anything you want." There's another
You could
cool
be a
thing.
bird or a bee.
So wait, this awesome lady that gave you all this support and the typewriter, you still don't call this woman?
Jeff, why don't you stick a fucking
My force fields are down. You can stick it wherever you want right now. Man.
Hey, have a little ice.
Boom!
Do you want a drink, Jason?
Yeah, I'll have a drink.
See?
You want any ice in it? You better get it.
See what
you
I
better
did there,
say yes
guys?
soon, because he's taking it off.
It's called empathy. I just practiced empathy. And believe me, I really have to practice it.
You got a little bubble throat? What was that? You got a little burp?
Yeah, a little burp.
Yeah.
I believe you. Smells like gum up here. Hey, do you have gum?
That's me.
Oh, wow.
You're like Walter Cronkite.
I
You're
know.
so good.
Well, there was like an opening here. I felt like here's my. This is.
You're
I'm,
busting
you know, helping him.
these
Smells like
scoops
gum.
wide open.
I hope that I have this image in my head of Jason going back home, see his mom, and he's like, did you hear the episode? And she's like, yeah, that was great. And he's like, yeah, I just thought, I didn't have any choice. Like, he called me up, and then she's like, yeah, it's just like, I like the podcast. I don't understand why you had to be on the worst episode. The worst episode ever, with the worst combination of people. With just terrible people.
Yeah, Doug, you're really fucked up.
I guess I'll pack up and go home.
A guy dressed as a fucking bat.
Wait, I missed that. What was that?
I guess I'll pack up and go home.
Ah, you motherfucker.
I can't stay mad at you.
Hey, Doug, zip it.
Here, Jason.
Here we go.
Thanks.
Hi, Rudy.
What are you going to have? I'm kidding. Here to have this. It's a red cup.
Yeah, my chiropractor.
What's his name?
Well, I'm not going to say.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because of the lawsuit. Yeah.
But I will
the
say this.
malfeasance and the malpractice.
He goes by doctor and then his first name. Like, he sounds like a children's show. Period. And he I came in a couple weeks ago. I've been going to this guy 3 days a week for 6 months because I've been committed. Because I've had a terrible back since I was 17. So and now I'm like, okay, before I go get back surgery, which never works out for anybody, probably should have talked about this stuff before hearing Renee's story. Not exactly sounding like a hero right now. I go in one day, and he touches like right above my right buttock, and I don't really know what happened.
Show us on the doll.
Yeah.
Above the right buttock.
Okay.
The dolls are for kids that don't have an anatomical word power. Above the right buttock,
Ooh la la.
So it's like my hatred of the two of you tonight.
Sorry, go on.
And Doug, you keep egging them on. What?
Let's stay neutral here.
They oohed like that was a bad pun.
No, they're like, I'll figure out how eggs are related to luggage later. I'm a fucking android. Meep, moop, mop. Now I hate all of you. Listen to me. I am pouring myself out to you. I have a bad chiropractor.
All right, so he's rubbing your butt.
He touches like this area above my butt, and
Are the lights on or off?
That sounds to me like sciatic nerve area, right? That's right. It's right above.
It says sciatics. It definitely sounds sciatic. Sounds like a sciatic issue. Sounds like a right buttock. Yeah, it's probably sciatic. You gotta check that out, man. Sciatic scope. Crazy, man. That shit'll spread.
And he goes, "Oh," and I'm like, "Wait, what?" And he goes, "It's so responsive, my butt."
Okay. Yeah.
And he's like, "Are you having any trouble there recently?" I go, "No, not at all. Maybe it was just like a thing." He's like, "Yeah, there's something going on there." So then he's like,
Responsive how? You yelped in pain, or like what?
No, I didn't do anything. I didn't feel anything. I haven't had any problems since I started going to the guy.
Right.
Like, I started going to him because I threw out my back, as I do every 4 years. And then this time I'm like, okay, commitment to change. I'm 42. My back's not going to get better. I'm going to go to one chiropractor instead of like resisting all of them and saying, just fix my back, quack. Yakety yak, don't adjust back. I'm going to go to one guy and I'm going to listen to his spiel and I'm going to commit to the thing. 3 days a week, eat your celery, whatever the fuck he wants. So
You have to eat a lot of celery.
doing this, don't get distracted by everything shiny.
I would have rhymed yakety yak with saccharilliac.
Why don't you guys? The two of you, like, it could be such a good podcast if it was just me and Spencer and Dave the duffel bag.
Doug.
And Carlos the Jesus.
Carlos the Jesus spaceship builder.
So when you say eating your celery, do you mean to imply that you were doing all the things that the guy told you?
Spencer, are you on my shit now?
I'm just,
You're being very defensive. We're trying to help the story down the river.
Well, no, I'm being accusatory.
Okay.
Okay, so here's something that I didn't do that the guy told me to do.
Here we go.
I haven't been not sitting down for more than 30 minutes in a row.
This is, I think, the most important part.
Busted.
All right.
You know, sitting's the new smoking.
Oh yeah.
Since obviously this story isn't
Totally.
I'm just gonna get through it because obviously it's not. No one's on my side, and I'll just get through it, okay? Because my job isn't to make people like me, and it's not to bend the truth. It's to express myself. Okay. That's my job as an artist.
Okay.
So I'm just going to tell you what happened, and I don't care.
So one of the things
I don't care if you like.
One of the things that you're not supposed to sit for more than 30 minutes at a go ever,
which is insane.
It's also a great guideline.
What if you're driving to San Diego?
You should stand up every 30 minutes.
It's not.
Very simple.
Give me a fucking break. We invented sitting. Come on.
We invented smoking.
Which is the old sitting. I think there's a Scandinavian poet said, "Blessed is he who sits down."
Okay, I want to hear the rest of the story. You're walking down the street, and when the guy comes out, and he goes, "Hey,
what story are you listening to?"
Dan comes back from the chiropractor. The sun is gone. The sun is gone.
Hey, come on! Hey, come on with me. Let's go.
He focused on my butt for a long time, and when I got up, I knew it was like, man, he really got in there. He really did some shit. And it was like, must be for the greater good. I go.
Was he
home.
smelling his finger?
I go. See, good. I'm glad. It's only a matter of time. Turn on him.
I know. It is only a matter of time.
He's a national treasure.
You know what? Hey, this guy loves Gamergate.
It's not true. I literally do not know what that means at all. I have no idea what that means.
This guy's got a Gamergate tattoo on his fist.
I don't know what that means.
It's like so I can punch people that give bad journalism ethics.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is what they... All right.
Here we go.
This guy's a Baldwin. He's not even related to the real Baldwins.
Here we go.
All right, I was thinking about Baldwin.
Here we go.
Focusing on my butt. I get up. I'm like, oh, man, my butt's weird. I walk around. Butt starts hurting like day one. Butt hurts a little bit. Renee, are you still with us? Are you listening? Okay. But day 2, butt hurts a little bit more. Day 3, butt hurts. Renee's like, yeah, this is great. I'm pressing like the morphine button. I don't, like, you're the worst storyteller and your story is not compelling. So the time goes on and I'm like in debilitating pain. Like I can't walk. I'm like limping. So I limp into the chiropractor's office after the next week and I go, and I'm limping. And I'm like, I've made up my mind. I just want to hear what this guy has to say. I'm not doing shit. I'm not going to go in with an agenda. I'm just going to limp in and I'm going to answer questions honestly and I'm going to wait for him to like self-destruct.
Good plan.
So I limp in and he goes, oh, hey. Oh. what happened? And I go, I don't know. And I limp over to the table, and I take out my pocket sundries, and I put them on this little OCD table. And I put my face in his fucking rented fucking Frankenstein platform. And he lowers me down. And it's like, what's going on? What happened? And it's like, I don't know. I'm in an excruciating amount of totally new, completely unever felt before pain. Like, I've had lots of back pain, but this is a new type of pain. And it's in that area you kept focusing on. And I got my face down to the thing, and he goes like, oh, yeah. I mean, that's why I focused on it, and I knew this would happen. And I said...
Somebody hissed. So we got some old-timey...
Because someone took a logic course and is offended by this man having...
but also loves old-timey pantomime.
And I was like, you knew it was going to happen? And he's like, yeah, remember when I was like, oh, this area is special? I was like, yeah, I remember that. But it wasn't giving me a problem before. And then you focused on it. And he's like, yeah, I was focusing on it because I knew any day now this is going to go kablooey. And I got my face down and I said, that's one interpretation of the data. What do you mean? Well, another way of looking at it would be you caused it. Silence. What? What? No. What are you talking? What? And he just like flew into this flurry of defensives that made me. I'm gonna go back and see him on Tuesday, but like this guy's on thin ice. I said, I'm not going to say another word. I didn't say that. I wasn't going to say another word. I didn't say another word. I let him say everything. And then during the next 15 minutes while he like adjusted me and didn't help at all, he was just babbling like all these defenses. And his two main planks of argument were, at one point he said, I mean, you know, this gun I use, like, does it even seem to you like it can do that much?
He's got a gun?
It's a little spring-loaded gun. Don't get distracted by that.
Spring-loaded.
Is it like a little jackhammer? It kind of goes.
It's like a little. That's why I liked it. I was like, okay, this is different because I never understood why you get a bad back and like you go and Jeff, don't start about your chiropractor. I will fucking like Jeff.
I have a really good chiropractor.
Like everybody that doesn't have a bad back has a really good chiropractor. Because chiropractors like lay you on a table and crack your back like a knuckle, and it feels good. You know why? Because fluid's going back into compressed discs of muscle tissue between your vertebrae, and it's like, oh yeah, it feels good to crack your knuckles too. It doesn't help anything, especially when they crack it both ways. Like you're not aligning anything, you're not doing anything. Like, and so I was like happy that the guy had a little fucking Willy Wonka gun because I was like, actually, this is what I always thought in my head. Like, well, if you're gonna do something, why don't you just take like a little hammer and chisel and like bang the vertebrae around? Well, he fucking banged me around, and so so this was his other argument. He goes, well, you've been seeing me for 6 months. What about all the other times you came in here and you weren't limping? Good night, folks. Okay, yeah, like logic, not a big thing at the Dr. Carl's chiropractic pavilion.
Dr. Bacula.
Carl's.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, don't get offended, chiropractors. You're not real doctors.
That's so, I mean, I don't know. I'm just imagining like a cold reading like psychic, and if he's going down and he's telling you all this stuff about your life, and then he's just like, and your mom, her name is Melvin, right? And you're like, no. And he's like, but I was right about all that other stuff. It's like, right. You're doing magic tricks.
No, I told you the thing. Every time he would feel my neck, after a while he started going like, you mentioned you smoke pot. Did you smoke pot Wednesday?
Oh, no.
And I go like, yeah, I guess so. And he's like, yeah, I can tell. You can tell? Yeah, your neck's boggy. My neck's boggy? And he's like, yeah. So I did that.
Boggy's not even a thing.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. Boggy's not a word people use.
So I did that 3 times with him where I answered him honestly.
Right.
But it's like, and then, but here's the thing, like, and I don't like lying to people, but the thing is, when I start to suspect that you're so fucked up or dishonest that, like, it's like, I'm not, so like, there was because it would just, no matter what my answer was, because I would go, no, I didn't smoke pot yesterday, I smoked pot 2 days ago, and he's like, yeah, sometimes it takes 48 hours, and so I was like, why are you trying to sell me on the idea that you can read pot use by neck feeling? That's not even on the list of requirements for you to do your job. Why are chiropractors always like? It's always different, and it's always this extra thing. They always have to go like, oh yes, of course you'll lay on the table and I'll crack your back. But did you know that spines started Christmas? And you're always like, what? What are you like? It's always like, I know I have these salt crystals for sale, or this candle of the Virgin Mary, and you're like, you too? Like, isn't there a fucking legitimate person among you? No, there's not. So we always like lay a bunch of shit around it, like some weird overzealous shrine that protests too much. Like, and so this guy's whole shtick is like, the chemical abuse and the emotional abuse. Like, oh yeah. We go, okay, so I'm supposed to stand here and argue with you that I'm a great person psychologically, emotionally, and chemically in order to prove that you're not a doctor. Like, so I have to lead a monastic life and become perfect, and then I can finally bust you.
Maybe that's the treatment.
Yeah.
You're talking about it.
You're talking about it. I'd rather, I'm fine. I'm fine with my bad back. I just, I don't like this guy.
Don't go.
It sounds like you just shop around a little bit.
You don't have to go, man.
I've shopped around for years.
Don't go back.
Don't go back.
I'm gonna go back one more time. I just want to tell him.
Don't go back to the chiropractor.
That was the joke he was making.
It was bad.
Oh, okay. Well, I did it again.
I've been on edge lately. I've been a bad person.
What did you do?
I got a divorce.
That's not bad. That doesn't make you bad.
It's made me. I'm not a good person lately. I'm seeing injustice and dishonesty where there isn't any.
Example.
I'm seeing a lot of it where there is some, but like where you wouldn't normally call it out. Can I read you I want to read you.
Here we go.
I want to read you a
passage
text message
from the Bible. That John 3:16.
There is a guy who installed our aquarium. Every week he sends it to, that's right. Yes. Well, I mean, let's respect his privacy.
Well, I'm sure there's a million Golans in the aquarium business.
Yeah.
Also, as his name implies, don't fuck with him or he will melt you with a death ray. Golan detect intruders. Kneel before Golan. Golan resume starterfish protocol. Golan has selected live coral.
Your aquarium guy texts you?
Yeah. And every week he texts basically the same thing.
Hey, what's up? I don't know. I'm sitting around. I'm hanging out.
No.
No, he doesn't do that?
No. But that would be hilarious.
Okay. I can keep going.
I want to see that scene play out.
The two of you are going to miss me when I'm gone. Like, I'm going to jump off a fucking Spalding Gray.
No, don't.
Yeah, his back hurt.
No, come on.
Yeah, and his friends didn't support him. And then one winter night.
No, come on.
All right.
Being over dramatic. Yeah. Being a weird man.
Well,
come on.
I was trying to be funny. But then I remembered that you constantly think I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. To me, because
I don't think you could kill yourself. I think you're just going to fucking die, man.
Murder. I always had you pegged for just a random bullet flying just through a car, like it's just you're gonna have one of those random gunshot things that happen.
Like you're gonna shit! I dropped the remote. That was an ill time to get up.
Right. I dropped the remote and ducked into the path of
If you
had
hadn't
reverse Clouseau.
if you hadn't dropped the remote, you would have died.
If I
you
had
would not have
simply
died.
sat in my White House Oval Office chair,
But
and
the
ran
ironic
the
thing
country.
is, I was sitting right there.
ISIS was aiming for the Roomba.
Had to get that remote. Oh fuck! Oh, I'm dead now. Oh shit!
So every week he texts.
and then your ghost is like, oh shit!
Every week he texts, "We will be there to service the aquarium tomorrow. Arrival 11 to 1." And then sometimes we go, "Thanks," or sometimes we ignore it. Doesn't matter. They come. They service the aquarium once a week.
Serve it.
So then, God damn it. So this is on the heels of, I'm just explaining, like, my therapist told me, she's like, you're going to notice that you're having, like, these, like,
Aquarium issues.
you're not going to be in control of your judgment about dishonesty and outrage and things like that. And she told me this after I did this, and I was like, okay, that makes sense, but I still haven't apologized to this guy. He says, like last week, he goes, "We will be there to service the aquarium tomorrow. Arrival 11:01." Aaron texts, "Thank you," and then he goes, "Please help me." Smile face, LOL. And then nothing. And then the next text, it goes, "Yelp." He's correcting himself, and then the next thing he goes, "Not help, haha." So then I said, "It's notable that when you wanted us to Yelp you, an impersonal corporate need, you added a smiling emoticon and an abbreviation for laughing out loud. But when you saw you had accidentally expressed a human plea for help..."
Jeez Louise!
"Creating a personal human need for clarification, you typed ha ha, which was unmistakably sincere. It's like humanity has never lost its capacity for clarity, yet actively seeks the fog of ambiguity, and technology is only the latest excuse." And then the next message is from him a week later going, "We will be there to service the aquarium tomorrow."
I don't think you should apologize. I don't think you should apologize.
Well, I don't feel any remorse, so the apology wouldn't work.
Right, yeah.
I don't,
and it would be
I
weird.
don't think I should have done it. That's regret.
I think he looked at it and went, "What the
Yeah, it's like, I'm
That was
I'm
it. It was
go
over.
on. I don't need this shit.
He probably thought you were talking to Aaron or something. He probably went, "This, I don't..."
Yeah, he's probably, yeah, exactly. Like,
So
if that shit worked, Community would have had higher
Yeah.
ratings.
So if he's like washing the tank and you're like sitting there... sorry about that.
No, I'm not. No, I don't know.
What?
He should
What?
be ashamed of himself if he feels anything.
I know.
I agree. I just don't think...
But he doesn't. I'm telling you, you don't apologize. It's gonna be... Oh my god.
Please Yelp me.
It's fine.
But he mistyped, "Please help me." Ha ha. No, it's shameful. Society is shameful.
It's a good bit.
Like, I was noticing a seam in the cracks, but it was like, I don't have time. No, ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
You don't need to.
No.
You don't need to text
You're
the
off the
aquarium
hook.
guy. That's tough.
It's fine.
You came down a little hard on him, I think.
I just, like,
I think you were procrastinating from doing something else.
yeah, I was like writing like one
Yeah,
of 9
yeah, like,
books or movies.
I could
or,
either
Yeah.
write something or I could let this guy have it.
I can do 300 words on this poor fucking guy.
Yeah. Here's an audience. No matter how bad a writer I am, I'm a genius. Hey, aquarium guy. Oh, my life is in the sear and yellow leaf. Holy cow, you're like Shakespeare. Thank you. The
Yelp me.
fish tank is in the corner. I know. I put it there.
He probably saw the text and then read it and then, all right, just realized that he didn't need to text back.
Yeah.
Probably one of
Moment
those.
of clarity.
Yeah.
Probably one of those.
He probably didn't show it to all of his friends and go, "Look at this fucking shit." He's probably not talking about that right now at a bar.
Yeah.
I'd like to. Well, I'd like to think that when he looked at it, he was like, "I don't know what any of this is, but I guess I should just always just. I guess I should only use this phone number to say I'm coming to service the aquarium. I think maybe I guess I stepped over a little bit of a tripwire when I started using it to engage in my fucking off-market branding. Like what the fuck? Fuck you, man! I already gave you money. I used your aquarium service.
No, you're a hero. You're definitely. You're definitely the Batman in this situation here.
You're totally the John McClane of this Die Hard.
No, thank God you're out there.
Thank God you're out there.
Thank God you're out there protecting us. Holy shit! Oh my God!
Well, it's a delusion. I'm not in my right mind.
Nope.
Like it's what you know. What I'm used to is you can't control you're either in control or not in control of your impulses, but your thoughts are pure. Like I'm not even thinking right. Like I'm not even someone will come into the room and go, "What time is it?" And I'll think they're saying you're working too slowly, and I'll treat them.
What is it? Are you feeling like a mixture of things? Like is it anger? Is it?
I'm just it's a heightened. It's like everyone's lying. Everyone's a liar. I'm like Holden Caulfield. I'm like everyone. No one's saying what they mean.
You're Holden Caulfield.
Jesus Christ! I want to fucking kill you and all of your
Holden Caulfield. Everybody's a liar. If people, I could put this Caulfield down if people would start telling the truth.
He's only back on the show because you guys liked him. That's me.
No.
That's me being a good person. You see what it does to me. You see how much it hurts me.
No. The guy from Silicon Valley said I can't show up tonight.
All right.
You soups. I'm talking about Camille.
Hey, Doug, when you got divorced, did you go through any of that? Does this ring true for you? Did you go through?
Do you have any aquarium problems?
No aquarium problems.
Were you lashing out at people and stuff like that?
No, the marriage was so bad that when the divorce happened, it was like, this is very positive for everyone involved.
I mean, that's...
It wasn't like
that's everybody.
Like it was...
but you mean you guys
chemically, things didn't work.
Was it just like a hastily I don't want to die alone, let's get married, and then holy shit.
That, and then pressure from parents and church growing up and stuff like that. Yeah. But this time I know, for the next time...
Always fall in love with a person. And then, really decide you want to spend your life with them. Got it. I knew I forgot something. God damn it. Diamond lanes. They don't even work anymore. That's not a reason to get married. You could carpool. Will you gentlemen stay up here and role play with us?
Yeah, absolutely. Shadowrun?
Yep. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, you don't like that idea?
No, I don't mind it. I say "oh shit" in response to all sorts of things.
Okay.
I think that Doug should play a bag of holding.
Do I get quips? Do I get to?
Oh yeah, you can crack wise as a sack of all you want. Sack cracks. That's your segment. Whenever you say it, we're going to put it for the subscribers. We're going to write sack crack.
Sack cracks with duffel bag Doug.
You okay playing this game, Schrab?
Me? Yeah, I'm fine with
This
it.
guy hates games.
I hate him. Don't like him. Nobody likes him, really.
Yeah, that's why they call them games, because everyone hates them.
No, people don't like him.
Right.
What's your least favorite game, Rob? Like if it's you're at a party and people say, let's play something. I bet you hate Pictionary.
Oh, God, I fucking hate Pictionary. Holy shit, I fucking hate Pictionary.
And you think you'd love it because you're a good artist. You can draw.
But there's always Rob's on my team, and then I didn't even say I was playing. Oh, you're playing. You fucking have to play. And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't have to do anything. It's America, and I can do whatever I want. And if I want to sit here in the corner, I can totally do it. I don't even have to look at you. And I go, no, you're fucking on my team, and you're doing it. And then it's fucking hate that. I hate that game.
Yeah.
I hate him. I hate anything with cards. Cards suck.
You're a control freak.
No, I don't like games. What?
You're a control freak.
Why is that a control
Games
freak?
are things where other people are in charge of whether you're doing well or doing bad.
I don't like any
I know
competition.
control freaks that love games too much. Like control freaks.
Yeah, what about him?
Yeah, the people that have to run the game, or no. Look, I am a self-confessed control freak. I'm just saying, like, Rob is, like, undiagnosed and won't admit it. I think if he could just realize, it's like a guy that's good at drawing should look forward to Pictionary.
No.
Rob doesn't look forward to Pictionary. It has nothing to do with him being able to draw. It's like he doesn't like... Here's another thing Rob doesn't like. The Happy Birthday song.
Oh, I fucking hate that. I hate it.
Because it's compulsory.
Nobody likes the Happy Birthday song. Nobody likes to sing it.
Yeah, but nobody
likes
hates
to
it.
hear it, right? Because you have no choice. Because the cake comes out. If you don't say Happy Birthday, you're a dick. And if you don't smile until the song's over with, you're a fucking asshole. Nobody likes doing it. No one has ever liked doing it. And there's always some fucking dick at the end that has to harmonize. Oh, yeah. And like, get the fuck out of here, man. I didn't live this long to hear your shit on my day. On my day. Yeah, I hate that.
You don't like the Happy Birthday song no matter whose birthday it is.
No.
You don't like having to do anything that other people have to do.
Yeah. Does anybody?
I can relate to it, but
you have to do this.
No.
Nobody goes.
No, nobody wants that.
I'd love that. Yeah.
You're like, I hate the Happy Birthday song.
Because you have no choice. You have to do it.
Right. But
you have to do it.
There's a million things you have to do that you some of them you do, some of them you don't.
Right.
Like, you're like focused on the Happy Birthday song and Pictionary.
I put the blinker on. I know.
I have a pitch that I've tried to get this like a groundswell of support for this. That this becomes the new Happy Birthday song, so we can. Because the Happy Birthday song is not a great song.
It's not a great song. It's a stupid song. No one likes to sing it.
And also, most national anthems are stinkers.
Yeah, they're stinky.
Yeah, like South America's got some really cool ones. They sound like crazy like circus marches. They're really good. Yeah.
Do you know how you guys sound? It's like give me a break.
Are you going to goal on us right now?
Let's make some improvements to Christmas. Hey, what's a tree doing in the living room? It can't grow here. We should put it back outside where there's dirt. What are you left with? THX 1138. You guys have no culture. You have no tradition. Who cares if the song's good or bad? It's a goddamn tradition.
Yeah, but I'm saying, here's my fix on it. It's a pitch. I think this should be a thing. You still keep it. It's still the same thing.
Not a fan.
When the cake comes, you go, happy birthday to you, and that's the end of it.
Why do you have to fucking sing? Why do you have to fucking sing?
It's a smattering of applause from people that are terrified of you. People that are scared of you.
They got my Maggie's Farm reference. Same people. Smart people.
They're scared of you.
Huh?
They're scared of you.
They should be scared.
Well, they are. But they don't believe in what you say. They're scared of you. You're an abusive person.
Wow, man, you're edgy as shit. I like you when you're this on edge because you're a TNT right now. You're fucking like nitroglycerin. What's that movie like Wages of Fear where Eve Montana has to drive a truck full of high explosives?
Don't try to own my ownability.
I'm owning you right now.
No, you don't. I'm bigger than your butterfly nut. I'm a butterfly the size of fucking Mothra.
You know the smartest person in this room is? The person that clapped when I said Wages of Fear, Eve Montana. Smartest person in the building.
That's convenient. The smartest guy is always the guy that
might have been a woman.
Jeff.
Might have been a woman. Might have been Dave Klein. We don't know. Yep. Dave Klein, are you here?
Criterion Collection, Wages of Fear, pretty solid.
Pretty solid indeed, Dave Klein. Thank you very much.
Got some good extras. Got some pretty good, sweet extras.
Yeah, that'll be lost on a lot of people. That Dave Klein just did like a I don't know. There's Dave Klein, who's famous for being a bellicose Viking, sounded like the comic book guy.
Yeah, he likes his French film.
Happy birthday. I think it's good it's your birthday.
Why do you got to do anything?
Oh, shit. He's beatboxing.
Why do you have to do anything? Okay, Rob. So...
Why can't you just eat the cake?
Right.
Cake is. I
and
love
let's just,
cake.
Like, why do we have windows? Like if you want to see outside, why don't you dig a hole through your wall? Why do we use forks? Why don't you just grab food and stick it in your ear? Why do we have teeth? Why did we grow teeth? They fall out. Like, why don't you just take the teeth, put them in a box, and then like put food in your eyes? Why do we have an alphabet? Why can't we just point at things that we mean and go like, ugh? Like why are we wearing clothes? Why aren't my big giant weird balls hanging out? Making my dick look small, which is an illusion. It's like a bus parked next to the Epcot Center. Buses are big.
If you didn't have a podcast and weren't kind of a celebrity, and you just said this in the corner, you'd be fucking locked away for good.
Here's a tangent.
You're one microphone and a couple of cameras away from being a crazy person.
Here's a tangent.
Surely not.
No. Because you said Epcot Center, and I was thinking about this the other day, and I forgot to go look on Wikipedia. Does anybody know what the EO in Captain EO stands for? I mean, anybody? New Day. ND. Captain ND. EO.
It's like a new Eon.
Eon, but they ran out of ends. What?
Endocrine omission.
Electric overload.
I think that's what happened to Michael Jackson, right?
So unprofessional.
That was a Hail Mary. You okay, Dan? Now you're doing the thing.
No, I'm not okay. I already said I wasn't.
Your body language now is you're going into hugging yourself mode.
Somebody has to. I don't care about any of you.
So not true.
I mean, I wish you all the best, but like, I don't need you to love me.
Yep.
And because I can tend my own garden, I can meet my own emotional needs.
What if we loved you anyway without your consent?
It would go into a trough outside my moat, which is guarded by laser turrets. For a good reason, and you can leave it there as an offering, and maybe one day I'll come out and go, oh, thank you, symbolically, but this place is solar powered. It runs on soy.
Saying thank you is like saying happy birthday to me. Is me saying the happy birthday song.
On a micro level, I'm an even worse person than you, because I like when people like fish for an apology or gratitude, like I do, like I get thrown. I can sing happy birthday, but I like if I'm in a situation where I feel like this person's expressing that they've been offended, my first thought is not by default, like, you know, whether I mean it or not, I'm sorry. Like my first thought is like, fuck you, phony. Your feelings weren't hurt, you piece of shit. You fucking lying piece of shit. You're trying to hurt me with your fucking fake feeling hurting.
This is exactly how I feel about the happy birthday song. Word for word, it's let's just, you know, it's a big enough world for both of us.
I never said I was sane and you're crazy. I was saying, like Kiefer Sutherland's character in Lost Boys saying to the other guy,
how's there maggots?
Like, just be a vampire with us and fly around.
Okay, I'll do it.
Just take that old record off the shelf. I don't know if that was in the soundtrack though.
I'd watch that movie.
All right, 6 minutes. Shadow.
Rob just successfully filibustered his way out of us playing this game.
No.
What was this about Captain EO? You really just dropped that like a hot
Wait, so Captain
rock.
EO is supposed to stand for New Day? Why?
Everybody just take one.
Do we know why it's
I
EO?
just read it was named after Eos, the goddess of the new dawn. So something like that. Why do you ask, though?
keep getting
That's
Aaron.
what I want to know. Rob Schrab. Rob.
I think
I'm
Rob
listening.
Schrab.
We've spoken about this
To you.
before.
Why did you ask that question? I need to know.
Because Dan said Epcot Center, and I remembered like about a week ago I was going, I wonder what what EO stands for, and then I should look it up on Wikipedia. And I was driving. You shouldn't do that while you're driving.
Oh,
by the time I got home, I forgot until now.
I always would recommend
That's
Wikipedia
my thought
while
process.
driving. Yeah, it was really disappointing. I'm sorry I asked.
I always get Aaron. How come every time I'm on the show I get
You can
Aaron?
mix and match these
Just
guys.
trade with Doug.
Doug or Jason.
Yeah. He'll do anything. He wore a bag. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit! All my secrets fell out.
Uh,
And my phone.
oh my God! What would you estimate it? 6 months of our friendship early on, when every time I took a bite of anything in front of you, you made a fart sound for entire meals, and I was just like,
You'd get so mad. You'd be like,
I mean,
and
anyone would.
if you only knew that you getting mad made me want to do.
Oh
it
yeah, I
even more.
never figured that out. That it was obviously.
So just
yeah,
like go.
so just love it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then you'll stop.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
you never tried it once. Never tried it once. Never tried it once. Never tried to enjoy yourself and my company once. I'm gonna be on a respirator because I'm 10 years older than you are, and you won't be there. So it's all right. It's all right. You'll have shit to do. You know, you gotta.
That'd be funny though if he came in and you hadn't talked for a long time, so you guys kind of went your different ways for a while. And the respirator thing is going up and down. Every time it went down, he went.
If you do that, I'll live an extra day. How about that?
all right.
You do that.
All
Deal. I'll one more day. One more
Good.
day. I'll go.
Okay.
All right.
No, the last 6 months, because that's my estimate. It was just like, yeah. So, anyways, and then I like take a bite, and it's like, and like I've yes-anded this. It's like an entire burger. Like we're gonna every time with the fart, every time I take a bite.
It was never not funny. It was always funny.
Also,
Kate hates it too. Kate hates it.
Also, I love when we started hanging out, the three of us. We would go to movies, and anytime it was kind of a sexual innuendo, it was zip. So you had a really great one that made the whole theater laugh one time. I forget what it was. Do you remember what it was?
No, Dan had it for The Matrix.
Oh, it was you?
Like, what was it like after Neo was working out, like doing it, and then he came back and he was like, "Oh, dude, I'm so tired," and he goes to sleep, and then this guy comes out, "You better get rested up, because you're gonna get it even more tomorrow," or something like that. And Dan went zip. And the guy in front of us went. This guy's really funny. I knew he sat in the right place.
I told the story before that when we went to see when we were in Milwaukee and we went to see Mortal Kombat the movie, and the guy goes the evil villain has them all at dinner, and then he goes, and now. And it's like me and Schrab at a 3 p.m. matinee. So it's two dudes and a
million kids.
Just kids.
Yeah.
All their parents dropped them off to see the Mortal Kombat movie. And two fucking loser... Like nowadays it would be against the law.
Right.
Like they would be like, guys, we don't, just to be safe, get out of here. We got a special theater.
And we would
for
be
you.
like, yeah, you're probably.
I mean, better safe than sorry. You're right. I don't even want to get. I don't even want anything to be awakened in me. There's a lot of kids here. So some of them.
Now that's on record.
Like, look, it's summer. They got the overalls. It's adorable.
Get to the story. Get to the story.
It's not funny now because of the chair
It's
thing.
still funny.
But why are they leaking that audio? It's fucking. What is that? Okay, so the Mortal Kombat guy goes, and now a taste of things to come. Schrab does that, and a fucking sea of children.
Wow!
They were like, it was like, you know, in 2001 when they're all like fast forward through all of them being scared of the monolith, and like that, and then when the monkey kills the other monkey with the bone, and it was just like cause they didn't know you could do that. It's like, and now a taste of things to come, and the whole theater was like, what?
Wow!
You could make your own movie about farts?
Yeah.
And it's got fucking my favorite video game and farting in it, and like it's and for the rest
It
of
was
the
our
movie,
Woodstock.
yeah. It was. And I'm not complaining about this at all, because it's not like the movie was good, but it was like, yeah, the rest of the movie, of course, as you can imagine, every single line of dialogue, I was just like, do you want two? like 4,000 children all trying their hand at this new
technology.
Ape must not kill ape, but they all got the AK-47 and they're just like shooting it everywhere.
It was the best day of their lives.
We had unfinished business from when we were that age.
Yep.
We walked out of there pretty cool, man.
We walked out in slow motion and put our sunglasses on.
Remember,
high-fiving,
kids?
yeah.
Like that Adam Sandler movie, like when he
Try it
goes
out
back
at
to
home when
grade
your
school.
folks are watching TV.
They all went home and made crude sculptures out of you guys in the backyard.
And I feel kind of like, for some reason, because I remember we went to see Land Before Time 2. And I feel like the only reason was because we wanted to repeat our success. And then a dinosaur was like, how can I reach that tree? Nothing. Crickets.
Yeah. Only laugh I ever got, I've only tried that out, like trying to crack wise for the whole crowd. It was a Hard Target, directed by John Woo. And it's like Jean-Claude Van Damme and Wilford Brimley and Lance Henriksen, and it's directed by John Woo. I just really, from the back row, really quite went, woo! got a pretty good laugh.
Yeah.
Not as funny as a fart.
No, not even close. I think, Rob, I recall, I don't remember what it would be, but we went and saw the Triplets of Belleville. Remember that the animated movie?
I think so, yeah.
And you laid one.
No,
you did a zip in Triplets of Belleville.
Did I do it?
I think you did.
Where would I do it?
I don't know.
Triplets of Belleville.
I think, yeah, but it was kind of a headier crowd. But you
right.
did a poopy joke, and it still worked.
Okay,
right.
I believe you.
Dave Klein, do you like Triplets of Belleville? We don't got time for this shit. The show's over.
Yeah.
Renee Pollock is like, are they going to talk about me again? Because this is a terrible episode.
This is one of my favorite episodes of all time.
Best day of my life.
Huh?
Best day of my life.
Thank you, Doug. The duffel bag.
I need to hear it from Jason. Just say it's a good episode.
It's a great episode.
Seems fake now. All right, let's just play a little quickie shadow run.
All right, Spencer, where are we?
You're in the bar.
Okay. Who are we talking to? What?
You're just in the bar.
We're in between missions right now, right? We're freelancers right now. Correct?
Yeah.
We can do anything we want.
All right. I get up on the bar, and I go across the bar, and I give a wink to the bartender, and I say, I'll take it from here, and I just start pouring everybody shots at the bar.
All right. Okay.
That works? He's okay with that?
Yeah, man.
All right, cool.
I go into the bathroom. No, not even close to being, because that's what happens in there.
Okay.
I look in the mirror, and it's just like...
That was funnier. Okay.
I'll let everybody else. I mean, I'm sure that takes a turn, so I'll let everybody else go.
You look in the mirror and you say what? Do you have a little internal monologue now?
No, you go.
We're not in combat, man.
Yeah, you can do it.
All right, well, I look in the mirror, and I'm staring at myself, and I'm, like, not blinking until my eyes dry out so that my face, like, looks the way it really is in my unconscious mind, which is more reptilian than human. I don't know, I like fantasizing about tearing the reptile skin off and finding something real underneath it. I'm just angry and sad. And are the facilities like do they still have those like motion detecting faucets? Have they perfected those in the future?
No, they scrapped that whole idea.
It's back to just like turning faucets.
Yeah, especially
Thank
out in the
Christ.
Barrens.
Yeah. All right. Then I splash some water on my face, and then I rest my forehead on the mirror, and I'm just like, you gotta get your shit together, James Nightblade. You gotta get your shit together.
Hey, how you doing? Can I use some soap? Man, we've had a lot of adventures together. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, this dark future, man. I've seen so many bad things, man. That's probably nothing compared to all the stuff you've seen, you know. I'm gonna try a little bit more soap here. Hands are so dirty. Gotta get under the fingernails, man. That's where all the diseases live, you know. That's what I heard, at least. Boy. Man, we should get out of here. We should just like get in a vehicle and just go someplace. Just pick a direction and try to chase the sun. Why don't we keep saying we're gonna do that? We never do it. You know.
Which character?
I want to.
Who is this?
I think he's Hordegaard.
I want to open up that.
I hope he's nowhere that we've ever met.
What is your character? What does it say? It's Demorge's character.
I want to open up that homemade paper business, and then you always wanted to go back to your like.
You know, I've never really talked to you before.
Hey, man, I don't even know anything about you, man.
You're so different tonight.
Yeah. Maybe it's all the shots I've been drinking from. You know, they're giving them away in there. You better get some because they're going fast. You know, but man, you know, I mean, like, come on, you know, I mean, you're still young. I'm still young. Why are we fighting all the time? Let's just go, chase the sun, chase the moon, follow the earth, the equator. You know, let's go someplace we've never been before. Why don't we ever do that? We always said we would. Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
There's a map on the other side of this soap.
Hey, you can't say that. You can't do that.
Cliffhanger!
I'm so sorry, Renee. Renee, we will send you a better episode next week. It will
Impossible.
It will heal
You guys all leave. We'll just record the episode again.
Let's hear it for Renee and Jason, everybody. Get well, Renee. All of our love is shooting out in magnificent beams toward you. Let's hear it for Doug, the duffel bag. Rob Schrab. Spencer Crittenden, I'm Jeff Davis. Your mayor is Dan Harmon, everybody.
Zach on audio back there, Justin Marshall, our producer, Chris Baruff, the director. A whole slew of millennial children. Some of them just like 11, just marching around with blood on their face, like the dolls in Barbarella.
Good night, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah. See you next week, I'm assuming.
Did you get any of that?
It's a good show.
Feral Audio.